यही है यही है यही है रंगरूप ये जीवन है इस जीवन का यही है यही है यही है रंगरूप I have a dream a song to sing to help me cope with anything.
Good evening, friends, and welcome to Bollywood Nights. This is DJ Sanch here, and thank you for joining us tonight. Let me introduce you to our special guest tonight. He is a musical maestro and a founder of Sangeet Foundation. He has conducted several music shows all over the world and also well known as a multi-talented, distinguished performer. Please welcome Jayanta.
Hello. Hello, Sanj.
Hello. Hello, Jayanta. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Jayanta, it's an honor and privilege to have you on our show.
It's absolutely my privilege as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Shall we start?
Yes.
Okay,
Let's
my
rock on.
first. Absolutely. My first question. You are an IT consultant and also a multi-talented artist. Tell us your secret.
Well, there's no secret. It's just that, my singing, my playing the guitar, etc., is more to take my mind off my work.
Yeah, yeah.
And obviously, being an IT consultant pays for my food on the table and helps me to, participate in the music and, and deal with my music and my art.
Yes, absolutely. Well said. So tell me, when did you actually start your musical journey?
Well, my musical journey started as a child. Actually, in my grandmother's place, we used to have these evenings. And after the prayers, we would sit around the harmonium and, all the elders would sing and the children would dance. The children would be asked to perform.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a variety of songs and music. So, that was part of, and that used to be every weekend. We used to go to my grandmother's place every weekend, and that's how it was.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And did you continue after that in your college as well?
Yeah, so slowly it transformed into, more of Hindi movie. It was not
Mhm.
called Bollywood in those days.
Yes,
It
yes.
was Hindi songs, movie songs
Yeah.
in school. And from school, uh, we we went into college. College was also about movie songs, but it was also about, there were alternative songs such as ghazals in those days.
Yes.
It was Anup Jalota, Jagjit Singh, Ghulam Ali, and we would also do that. And of course, we would have plays as well. We had the Dramatic Society. We would
Yes.
be part of it. And yeah, and then once we graduated into my workplace, I was lucky to be in a place which was Telco Jamshedpur, where
Yeah.
it was almost an extension of our hostel life, where we used to have all these functions, programs. If nothing else, we would sit around in the hostel and have a good time with the guitar.
That is amazing. You must be really popular in your college days.
I don't know. I never knew that. You know, yes, I was, very heavily involved in the Dramatic Society and the music club.
Mhm.
And so in my final year, I was leading the music club.
Okay.
And we conducted quite a few programs. We had our annual festival called Pebbles, and of course the music club programs, annual programs, which we used to do. But yes, I knew quite a few people, but
Yes.
popular, I don't know.
You're being too humble. Okay. Do you have any particular memorable experience would you like to share with us?
From college days, you mean?
Yes.
Well, during the college days, we used to have this music club room.
Mhm.
And there was a time when there was a bit of rowdyism by some section of the students.
Yeah.
And as you would imagine, in an engineering college, you would have all that.
Ah, yes.
And and then what happened was, our music club
Mhm.
program for the last year was, cancelled by the authorities. And
Oh,
they said, you know what, we will not allow you to enjoy your music club program because it used to be extremely popular with the students.
yes, yes.
So, and the auditorium would be overflowing and you would have to queue up to get into the auditorium. So and all the students came to me saying that, how can that happen? How can we not have a music club night, the final one, which was supposed to be there in the
Yeah,
final year?
yeah, yeah.
So, I had to go up to the authorities, to the director,
Mhm.
and talk him into it and say that, I take responsibility that there will be no rowdyism
Mhm.
during the music club program. But then again, my heart was beating because I was not sure whether I really would be able to control the students. But thankfully, it went off quite peacefully,
Yes,
and
brilliant.
everybody had a good time there.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, my next question here is you are a multi-talented artist. You can play harmonica, you can play guitar, you sing so well. So tell me, what are the challenges you faced when you were learning like harmonica and guitar?
So, firstly, guitar is a very costly proposition.
Hmm.
So, and of course, in school, I had friend of mine who would play the guitar with me, and I would sing.
Yeah.
And when I went into college, I did not have my friend because he was in a different area within the college, but
Hmm.
in a different stream. So
Hmm.
I did not have enough opportunity to work with him, and he started singing as well,
Hmm.
which is why I had to learn my guitar. And it was really challenging because when I asked him to teach me the guitar, my friend, and he
Hmm.
said, you know what, I'll teach you a couple of chords.
Hmm.
Now you stick with it. If you can finish it, if you can learn and play the chords well in 2 weeks' time, I will
Hmm.
teach you.
Okay.
And I struggled with it because I put my fingers to the strings and the fingers would get cut,
Oh dear. Okay.
and it was a tough time. But
Mm.
then we did come up with it, and then he took a couple of lessons
Yep.
for me,
Hmm.
my friend, and then I was on my own. So and then I learned the guitar on my own. So it was more like, there was a song in my mind, and I would pick up the chords for that song, and I would play that song, play the guitar with that song, so that I could play with my singing. Harmonica is something also I learned. There was a friend of mine in school who was the inspiration, and I learned the harmonica. I did not play it for some time, but then at a later point in time, I bought my own harmonica, and I thought, let's try playing the harmonica along with the guitar.
Okay.
Now Bob Dylan does it, right? So I said, can I give it a go? And slowly, it was an uphill task. Even now, it's not very easy, coordinating your mouth with your guitar on the harmonica and on the guitar. But I do what I do. It's nothing fabulous, but whatever I can, I do.
Well, you did the Ye Dosti so well. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Okay, now during this COVID situation, pandemic situation, have you composed any particular song using your guitar?
Yes. So we have created an anthem for Sangeet Foundation. This was the lyrics was written by an ex-colleague and friend of mine called Ajay Chandran.
Yes,
who lives in Reading, and I put music to it, and I have sung that song. So that's also there.
That's amazing. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
And what else did you try?
Well, during the lockdown, apart from composing the song, what all of us have been struggling with this lockdown, right? And then there has been this ray of hope in terms of the vaccine which has come through.
Yes.
So what I did was I wrote, there were a few words in my mind about how the lockdown has happened and how we could come out of it. And I thought, why can't I write a song to Boris Johnson? So this is this is a parody on Anjan Datta's song, a very popular song.
Yeah. And
I have put some lyrics to it. So it's almost like a request from Bong in England to our Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
Very nice. So shall we play the video?
Yes, please.
Let's hear it.
ভ্যাকসিনটা বেরিয়েছে বলি শুনছো, এখন আর কেউ আটকাতে পারবে না। লকডাউনটা এইবার তুমি ভেস্তে দিতে পারো, বলে দাও তুমি লকডাউন করছো না। ভ্যাকসিনটা বেরিয়েছে বলি সত্যি, আর মাত্র কয়েকটা মাস ব্যাস। স্টার্টিং এই ওরা বুড়োদের দেবে 3 মাস পরে আমাদের, চুপ করে কেন পড়িস কিছু বলছো না। এটা কি ডাউনিং স্ট্রিট নাম্বার 10? বরিস জনসন পারছো কি শুনতে? 10-12 বার রং নাম্বার পেরিয়ে তোমাকে পেয়েছি, দেব না কিছুতেই আর জ্বালাতে। হ্যালো ডাউনিং স্ট্রিট নাম্বার 10, দিন না ডেকে বরিসকে একটি বার। মিটার যাচ্ছে বেড়ে, লাল বুথ টেলিফোনে জরুরি, খুব জরুরি দরকার। স্বপ্ন এবার হয়ে যাবে বরিস সত্যি, এতদিন ধরে এত অপেক্ষা। জুম রুম আর স্ট্রিম ইয়ার্ডের বন্ধ কেবিনে বন্দি আমাদের রুদ্ধশ্বাস, কত প্রতীক্ষা। আর কিছুদিন তারপর বরিস মুক্তি, পাব আর রেস্টুরেন্টের ঘর। সাদা কালো এই কোভিড-19 ভরা এই শহরে এনেছে সে রেনবো সংসার। এটা কি ডাউনিং স্ট্রিট নাম্বার 10? বরিস জনসন পারছো কি শুনতে? 10-12 বার রং নাম্বার পেরিয়ে তোমাকে পেয়েছি, দেব না কিছুতেই আর জ্বালাতে। হ্যালো 2441139, একই বরিস জনসনের নাম্বার। মিটার যাচ্ছে বেড়ে এই লাল বুথ টেলিফোনে, জরুরি খুব জরুরি দরকার। হ্যালো ডাউনিং স্ট্রিট নাম্বার 10, চাই ডাউনিং স্ট্রিট নাম্বার 10। হ্যালো ডাউনিং স্ট্রিট নাম্বার 10। হ্যালো।
Wow, that was fantastic. I'm sure if Boris Johnson sees, I'm sure if Boris Johnson sees this, he will be so pleased.
Either that or I'm out of the country anyway.
Okay, coming back to the next question, I have done an extensive research on you, and I have come to know that you have lived in Singapore before coming to
Yeah,
UK.
that's right. That's right. So we went to Singapore from India from my first job in
Yeah.
Jamshedpur.
Yeah.
So we are Singaporeans and stayed there for around 10 years before shifting to the UK.
Yeah, that's great. So tell us about the experience in Singapore.
Well, Singapore is a fabulous country. It's a very family-oriented country,
Yeah.
very well organized, and we love the place. And obviously there was a huge group of people, talented people there. So I was lucky to get in touch with them, especially in the Bengali diaspora. So we had the Bengali Association of Singapore, BAS, and we used to have all these beautiful programs and huge number of a very well organized programs. So these were with huge number of practice sessions. So we would go to each other's place. So there would be around 15 people singing,
Wow.
in almost like a choir. And while there were dancers in the front, so it would be with live music that the dancers would dance.
Sounds
And
great.
we would celebrate all the festivals,
Yeah.
So that was fabulous. And then, of course, in Durga Puja, we used to have these individual performances.
Absolutely.
And I would sing with my daughter as well. My younger one was 5 years old. And
Yeah.
we used to have a blast on stage.
Very nice, very nice. So now, what did you find it different in UK as when compared to Singapore?
So compared to Singapore, in Singapore, it was a very cohesive kind of a community, Bengali community, which was there. And of course, we used to work with, quite well together. Whereas in UK, this being a very huge space, there are a lot of smaller groups in different towns and different cities.
Yes.
And here also, even though we get to work with each other, it's more or less confined to your groups. That is one. But the other thing which I did get to do here is to work with, in other languages apart from Bengali as well. So
Yes.
I have my own groups where
Yeah.
we could, do our little bit of songs in other languages as well, in Hindi, in English, and so on.
Well, they must be missing you a lot.
Yes, I miss them as well, and we are still connected.
Yeah.
Yes, it has been. I do sometimes feel perhaps if we can go back to those old days.
Absolutely. Fantastic. So do you have any particular song to remind you of your days in Singapore?
Yeah, so one of the songs I used to do with my 5-year-old was this Kishore Kumar song.
Yes.
Tera mujhse hai pehle ka naata koi.
Wow.
So
Brilliant song.
And every time I sing that song now, of course, my younger one says, "Oh, Papa, I'm not going to sing with you anymore." And unfortunately, I don't have a recording of the song from those days because we hardly had any video recorders and very few and far between. And for me, I was on stage, so I couldn't take my own recording, you see. So I have done that song quite a few times here in the UK.
Yeah.
And it reminds me highly of Singapore.
Awesome. Awesome. That's fantastic. Shall we play that song?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Let's hear it.
तेरा मुझसे है पहले का नाता कोई यूं ही नहीं दिल लुभाता कोई तेरा मुझसे है पहले का नाता कोई यूं ही नहीं दिल लुभाता कोई जाने तू या जाने ना माने तू या माने ना तेरा मुझसे है पहले का नाता कोई यूं ही नहीं दिल लुभाता कोई तेरा मुझसे है पहले का नाता कोई यूं ही नहीं दिल लुभाता कोई देखो अभी खोना नहीं कभी जुदा होना नहीं देखो अभी खोना नहीं कभी जुदा होना नहीं अब के यूं ही मिले रहेंगे दोनों वादा रहा ये इस शाम का जाने तू या जाने ना ओ माने तू या माने ना तेरा मुझसे है पहले का नाता कोई यूं ही नहीं दिल लुभाता कोई तेरा मुझसे है पहले का नाता कोई नहीं दिल लुभाता कोई ला 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 ला
La 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 la.
Wow, that was so beautiful. You know, this song is one of my personal favorite as well. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Jayanta, that for sharing this song with us.
Completely my pleasure.
So, let's talk about your singing background now. So, tell us your favorite singers and composers.
Right. So actually, my favorite singers are across various genres. So what we in the Hindi movie genre, I love Kishore Kumar,
Mm-hmm.
my favoriteest, if you will,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
um, and Sachin Dev Burman, Rahul Dev Burman, Manna De.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are absolutely fabulous, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, apart from that, one of my favorites from childhood has been Simon and Garfunkel.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Interesting.
you know, and Billy Joel as well, and John Lennon, because we've also grown up listening to those songs. Bob Dylan is again one of my
Yes.
favorites because his song is awesome.
Legend.
He's absolute legend, and which is why I think Shumon, who's supposed to be the Bob Dylan of Bengal,
Yes.
he's brought in so much amount of fresh kind of lyrics and music to Bengal. It has been
Yes.
amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great to know. Thank you so much. So my next question is here. You are a founder of Sangeet Foundation. So tell us,
Yeah.
what motivated you to start this organization and what are the objectives?
Right. So Sangeet Foundation. So my wife Nupur and I started this journey of Sangeet Foundation. Well, when I get started, it's very difficult to stop me on this because I'm very passionate about this topic.
Understand? Yeah.
In Sangeet Foundation, we believe in happiness through music and the arts. Happiness is a state of mind. Dig a bit deeper, it's about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole idea is about creating awareness about mental health
Mm-hmm.
and creating acceptance around mental health and using music and the arts to create that awareness and
Yes.
acceptance around mental health,
Mhm.
and also as a complementary therapy, a possible therapy.
Mhm.
And this all started because my daughter, when she was studying in second year in Oxford, she came home one
Mhm.
day
Mhm.
and she said, she was diagnosed with adult ADHD, clinical anxiety,
Mhm.
dyspraxia. And these were all, words to me. Even today, they are words to me. I don't understand too much.
Mhm.
But I did see her suffer. She
Mhm.
go through that pain.
Mhm.
So we went through the process of saying, a denial process, saying that, it doesn't happen in our household, in our Bengali household or Indian household.
Mhm.
It's all a Western concept. Then we said, we went through this process of saying, okay, fine, there's a problem. Where do I go? Who do I ask? What will people say? What's happened to Jayanta's daughter? You see?
Mhm.
Then we reached out and we got a huge amount of help. And so what I wanted to do was to understand what's happening here and
Mhm.
how we could get help.
Mhm.
And of course, doctors is the first port of call.
Yeah.
Because it's a medical problem to begin with.
Mhm.
So meditation is of enormous help. Counseling is of enormous help. But what really helped my daughter was, when she picked up drumming. There's a charity called Ready Pop in Reading, who teach people music with mental health issues, and that's where she went. She learned drumming, and it was so therapeutic for her.
Yeah.
And of course, the little amount of problem still remains. She's 90% there.
Mhm. Mhm.
But my point is that getting to that 90% has been tremendous.
Yes.
And I thought, you know what? Nobody talks about it. It's such a taboo subject.
Mhm.
I thought, I think we need to discuss it more openly
Yes.
so that people who are undergoing this problem, they understand that it happens to others, that they are not alone.
Mhm.
And you need to be able to understand your enemy. If you can't identify your enemy, if you can't see your enemy, you can't battle your enemy. You
Absolutely.
must be able to identify who your Ravan is.
Yeah.
That is 50% of the battle won. And then
Yes.
starts your battle where you know what are you fighting. You
Yes.
see?
Yes.
And you hear all these stories where people lose lives. And I say, a little bit of awareness, a little bit of acceptance can help save lives, save time.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
And which is the journey of Sangeet Foundation. Obviously, music and the arts
Mhm.
is something that we work with, and we are very fortunate to have huge artists supporting us. So we've got Aparna Sen and Bikram Ghosh as our patrons. Then we have had Anup Jalota and Usha Uttup, performing
Yes.
and talking about mental health. Everybody, they're so passionate. They were willing to come on board, talk to the people, talk about mental health, that why it is so important. And it has been a tremendous journey for us in Sangeet Foundation.
That's amazing. That's amazing what you do through Sangeet Foundation. I must really salute you.
Thank you.
I truly admire what you are doing, and I wish Sangeet Foundation all the best for future.
Thank you.
And keep doing the hard work and service to the community.
So the whole idea is to put the mental health issue on everybody's plate on an everyday basis,
Yeah.
so that people do think about it. And obviously then once they know that this is something which happens to people, it's normal. It is normal. Like in physical health, you have diabetes, you have blood pressure. It is normal to have mental health problems. Now, point is that with physical health, a leg broken, you can see a leg broken. But with the mind broken, you can't see that. And that's where the challenge is. And
Yes.
it's all about creating awareness about that.
Absolutely. I fully agree with you. So can we play the video which showcases Sangeet Foundation?
Thank you. Yes, please.
Here we go.
This is a charity which I have set up, and my motto is happiness through music and the arts.
It's basically our baby. It's more my husband's brainchild.
So if you talk about happiness, happiness is a state of mind. Dig a bit deeper, it's about mental health.
Because we are big time into music, we love our music. So we just thought, why not combine the two together and see what we can come up with.
And it has been proven that music can help in addressing mental health issues.
I think Sangeet Foundation is doing wonderful work in the area of mental health.
Namaskar, I am Bikram Ghosh, and I'd like to congratulate Sangeet Foundation for the wonderful work they're doing.
Let us all get together because Sangeeta Foundation believes in the fact that we can all get together by supporting the performing arts and music. Don't forget about that, please, because music brings the world together.
Sangeet Foundation aims to create awareness about mental health in the South Asian diaspora and use music and the art forms to create this awareness.
I'm very proud to be associated with Sangeet Foundation, who are working relentlessly to increase awareness about mental health through music.
A very warm hello to everyone at Sangeet Foundation. I, Ramanjit Kaur, wish you well on World Mental Health Day.
Sangeet Foundation. All of us require good mental health. We need to support this cause.
Music can give you immense happiness and love. So always be in music.
इस संगीत फाउंडेशन में हमारे साथ जुड़िए और इसका हिस्सा बनिए, इसको शक्ति दीजिए। धन्यवाद।
Thank you.
Wow. So many people are involved in it and so many people have said amazing things about this organization. How do actually, if a person wants to join this, apart from giving charity, how they can join?
So the way we work with Sangeet Foundation is people get involved with the skill sets that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So we have one person, Aniruddhe,
Mm-hmm.
he has an IT company. So he
Mm-hmm.
maintains the website.
Great.
You see, that's
Mm-hmm.
his contribution.
Mm-hmm.
We have got Saurabh Datta, who does all the posters because he's fabulous with that.
Yeah.
And he's passionate about mental health. So all these people are passionate about the whole thing. And Orgo Sharkhil, founder of Living Mind, consultant psychiatrist, is also a trustee of Sangeet Foundation. We've got Indrani Bhattacharya. We've got who helps with the programs.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so people who have got different skill sets, they come and they contribute the way they best can.
Yeah.
And obviously, so people bring their skill sets, they bring it on the table, and we go with that, so that how best we can utilize that.
Fantastic, fantastic. That's brilliant. You have a very good team.
Thank you. So if you want to be a part of this journey of Sangeet Foundation, do get in touch with us at sangeetfoundation.org. That's the website. We are also present on Facebook group and Facebook page as Sangeet Foundation. We are also on Instagram as Sangeet Foundation, on YouTube channel as Sangeet Foundation, where all the programs are recorded, and you can go back and watch them. Fabulous programs which we have done over the past 1 year and during this lockdown time. We are also on Twitter. So do get in touch with us, do get in touch with me, and whatever your skill sets, if you would want to be part of this, we should make it a movement, and that's the whole idea. So let's get rocking. It's not about the money, it's also about, being part of that whole journey.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing the information. I'm sure many people will definitely take this information and would be keen to join this organization.
Thank you.
So moving on, we have 2 more segments left. The second last segment is the rapid round. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Do you know how it works?
Well, I can imagine.
Okay.
I don't know how it'll work for me, but yes.
Okay, let's crack it. Favorite food?
Biryani.
Favorite sports?
Cricket.
Favorite sports star?
Sunil Gavaskar.
Actress or celebrity you would like to go to dinner with?
Amitabh Bachchan.
Okay, fair enough. Favorite
and
Bollywood?
Diya Mirza.
Diya Mirza. Oh, wow. Yeah, she's beautiful. She was also crowned Miss India, right?
True.
Yeah, yeah. So, favorite Bollywood movie?
Sholay.
Favorite Bollywood actor?
Again, I would say Amitabh Bachchan.
Oh.
But we.
In the recent time?
Amir Khan.
A perfectionist. Favorite holiday destination?
The Amazon forests.
Amazon. Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, I would love to go there. I've never been there.
Yeah. It's a quite dangerous territory.
True.
Yeah, but I'm sure
very exciting place as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So next question. So if you win 1 million of lottery, how would you spend it?
Well, I would use it for, for mental health, doing workshops, working with various people, especially in the poor countries. So where the awareness is much lesser. So especially in India, I would like to focus on South Asia in India with that money.
Yes. That's very noble of you. So that brings us towards the second last segment. And the last segment is a special segment we have introduced. So I will be playing some of the photographs and you have to tell us what is it all about.
Sure.
Okay, this is the first picture. Well,
this is with Proshenjit Banerjee at BCS's Navabarsha program, where we are both playing the harmonica and I'm also playing the guitar.
Great. Second picture.
Well, this was a very special program which we had where, Aniruddha Bhattacharya and Balaji had come down from India. They had written a book called R.D. Burman, The Man, the Music.
Yes.
And which was an award-winning book. And what we did was, from Sanskriti, we had organized a program on that. And we had Aniruddha Balaji, as well as we had the Crew 515 band playing along with us.
Awesome.
And that's the program.
Great. Next picture.
Yeah, again from the same pictures, you'll see the rest of the people on the on stage. This was in Bhavans.
Oh, you look so young here.
Well, in many years ago, I was young.
No, you're still young. I'm saying you're looking like a teenager here.
Yes. So this was one of the programs, Saraswati Puja programs with Sanskriti.
Okay, amazing.
This was Durga Puja with RBBA in Slough. And this is with my wife. So we were doing a duet.
So your wife is also a singer?
Yes, she is a singer, but she generally doesn't want to sing.
Oh.
So once in a while, I'll get her on stage and
Yes.
I'll probably get her.
So she only sings with you if she sings?
She sings, she prefers to sing alone because she's a Bollywood singer and a classical singer, especially. So
that's great. Excellent.
this is with Anupam Rai. So when he was in the UK, so we took a picture of him, picture with him.
Sure.
This again is a picture on. This is again a photo of me performing in RBBA Durga Puja.
Yes.
This was one of our get-togethers where I was performing. So
yeah,
at a friend's place.
Cool.
This was our 25th reunion in Ranchi. Of BIT Mesra. And you see Bitosa written at the back.
Yes.
BIT World Students Association. And we had a blast. So all the guys...
You look like a rock star.
Yeah. So this is special to me because this was Shumon playing on my guitar. We had a small get-together before his performance at one of my friend's place, and he was playing on my guitar. And he did pay a big compliment to say, this was one of the finest guitars that he had played on. So, which is why it was a special picture for me.
Awesome.
This is again along with Shuman, with my friends from Sanskriti before the program with him.
Excellent.
This is a special program we had with our organization called CFI. And, they were doing a program on autism.
Right.
Where, there were various teams who were performing there. There was a team called Autistics, which was made up of people who were autistic.
Yes.
And it's a rock band run by the mother of one of the participants there. And it was a wonderful program. This was, I think, the first time where I put up a banner of Sangeet Foundation and put up a stall of Sangeet Foundation.
Excellent. Very nice.
So this was a stall which we put up at Sanskriti's Kali Puja. So in Reading. So this was, yes.
And is she your daughter?
Yes, in the middle you'll see my daughter, my elder one. So along with my wife on the other end.
Very nice.
This is Kali Puja at Adda. And yes, that's where I was performing.
Yes.
There's a Rajasthani organization in Slough.
Yeah.
And they are, all people who are from Africa. You see, and they have been here for the last 40, 50 years in this country. And they have this little community, and they had this picnic where they got quite a few people talking about various charities and so on.
Yeah.
And you see the Sardarji who's there on my right is he came from the Gurudwara in Southall.
Okay. Yeah.
You see, and they had their own charity, but what they wanted to do was, this organization, the Rajasthani organization, they wanted me to talk about mental health, music, and to create that awareness.
Yes.
You see, about Sangeet Foundation. Yes. So this was, a session where I'm talking about mental health and music to this small community. There were 40, 50 people, not a big, not a very big group, but there were teenagers, children, adults.
Yes.
And it was a fantastic interaction where they came up to me later on and we spoke about it. So we had some good session there. That session was really good, which is why I thought this would be appropriate.
Yes, yes, that's amazing. Great.
This is again the Kho Federation of England. They had their championship 2019, where they had invited me. So this is All England Kho Championship.
Right, right.
And in that they had invited me to talk about mental health and music, mental
brilliant.
health awareness.
That's good. Yeah.
And they invited my father-in-law, who's a yoga specialist.
Yes.
90-year-old yogi.
Wow.
Who was demonstrating yoga as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
This was a show by a Bengali band called Bhumi.
Bhumi, yes, I've heard of it. Yes, they are very popular.
And, and so this was during that time, and this was organized by RBPA, and this was one of the first times we had this banner set up.
Yes.
So this was a photograph with the banner.
Very nice banner.
This was something which I started in Jamshedpur, Telco Jamshedpur, called Wheel.
Yes.
Right. So this was a festival, which was I wanted to formulate it on college festival format, but with a difference. So this was only for Jamshedpur. This was inter-club, inter-college, inter-school.
Yeah.
And inter-organizations. So we had hostels participating as well. And it was a 3-day festival with multiple kind of events, competitions, and we had something called the parallels, where the points were not counted, but they were fun kind of a thing. This had creative writing, dumb charades. It had music, Eastern, Western. I wanted it to be a mini festival. It turned out to be a mega one.
A very big one. Yes, a mega festival. Yeah.
A mega festival, which was right from the top of the organization.
Yes.
Everybody got involved in this.
Amazing. Incredible. That's really incredible to for all the other colleges to come and participate at the same time. Yeah.
And schools as well.
And schools, yes.
So this is me performing in Wheels. So we had this Western band.
Yes.
So with my bandmates, out of them, 2 of us are in the UK, 2 of them are in the US. One of them is in India. The drummer you can't see, Monomer.
Yeah.
And he always complains that I don't have a photograph of that time. So this is the band we had. This is Singapore. So, Singapore, there was a fancy dress competition for the children, and, I was playing the guitar with my children. So this has got some very nice memories for me with my children in the place where I used to stay in Singapore.
Brilliant.
This is something, I have been participating in something called Swimathon in UK. Swimathon is about raising funds for Marie Curie Cancer Care as well as Cancer Research Fund.
Yes.
So I decided to participate in this and do a 2.5 kilometer swim.
Wow.
Which is 100 laps across a 25-meter pool. And prior to that, I've never done more than 2 or 3 laps in my life.
Super.
So it was a big challenge for me.
Yes.
And I did it for 10 years.
10 years?
Till 10 years,
Wow.
from 2009 to 2019.
Wow.
So 2020 it got cancelled. So, because of the pandemic.
Yes.
And 2021, this year also, I don't see it happening. But yes, so this was quite before, along with Sangeet Foundation. Sangeet Foundation is new. So, but this is something which I have been passionate about. Because I have had so many friends and relatives who lost their battle with cancer.
Yes.
So is why I thought this is something I must do.
Yes.
And this is with the medal after the swim.
Yeah.
In one of those years, I don't remember which, but this is the one where I had the whole family with me. So after the swim.
Awesome. Well, that was great to know. So many wonderful memories and thank you so
Thank you
much.
for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure. With that, we come to the end of our show. But before we go, would you like to give a message to the audience and especially the youngsters?
Yes. So my message is basically, it's always okay to have different feelings. If you are feeling down, it's natural. You will never always feel high. There will be highs and lows, and you will live with both of them. Please remember that I believe that all of us are in the mental health spectrum. The question is, which side of the spectrum are you? So if you are at one end of the spectrum, you probably deal with it on a daily basis and you have your coping mechanism. But if the spectrum starts shifting, that is where you need some help. You need to reach out.
Yes.
You need to reach out to the professional. The first step is to reach out to your GP.
Yeah.
Obviously, in schools, you would have the support system. You have special needs guides whom you can reach out to. But if you do reach out. Don't keep it within yourself. It is okay not to feel well, not to feel good.
Yeah.
Exams will be there. You may not be doing well. That's not end of the world. And a very excellent example today or yesterday, as you would see, is that the Indian team, they scored 36 in the first test.
Yes.
The lowest ever.
Lowest ever, yeah.
Right? And if they had given up then and they thought, I'm absolutely useless, right? They could have done that.
Yeah.
And it could have had tragic consequences. But no, they did not. You see, they lived through it. And they came up as champions. So it is not the end of the world. So if you are going through trouble, if you are going through problems, reach out. And I think it's always good to reach out. Don't assume that people will be judging you. Not everybody will be judging you. And your parents will always have your best in their heart, even though they might scold you. But then again, do reach out. It's all right. It is okay not to be okay. And that's a phrase I use. A lot of people use that.
Yes.
But it's true, and be safe. And, and it's living is precious. Every day is precious. Live life.
Live life, yeah.
That's all I have to say to people.
Well said. Yes, well said, well said. That was a wonderful message. And thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for your precious time with us. With that, I would like to request for one more song. I came to know that you're also a Kailash Khes fan.
Oh, yes. I love his songs, his style of singing. It's very difficult to sing his songs.
Yes.
But I did make an attempt. So, and here I will give that disclaimer, even though you have said in the poster, the maestro, I'm not the maestro. It was a good, fabulous selling point. Because of that, so many people have come today to watch us. But
no, you are actually.
But thank you so much. I have made my best attempt here, and I hope you'll like it.
Thank you. Thank you, audience, for joining us tonight. And with that, I would like to say goodbye, good night.
टूटा टूटा एक परिंदा ऐसे टूटा कि फिर जुड़ ना पाया ओ लूटा लूटा किसने उसको ऐसे लूटा कि फिर उड़ ना पाया टूटा टूटा एक परिंदा ऐसे टूटा कि फिर जुड़ ना पाया लूटा लूटा किसने उसको ऐसे लूटा कि फिर उड़ ना पाया फिर का हुआ वो आस आसमां से आकर गिरा जमीन पर, ख्वाबों में फिर भी बादल ही थे, वो कहता रहा मगर के अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, अल्लाह के बंदे, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, जो भी हो कल फिर आएगा, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, अल्लाह के बंदे, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, जो भी हो कल फिर आएगा। रोके अपने पर ही तो उसने था उड़ना सीखा, होके अपने पर ही तो होके अपने पर ही तो उसने था उड़ना सीखा, हमको अपने साथ में ले ले, दर्द भी तेरे काम आएगा, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, अल्लाह के बंदे, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, जो भी हो कल फिर आएगा। टुकड़े टुकड़े हो गया था हर सपना जब वो टूटा, टुकड़े टुकड़े हो गया था, टुकड़े टुकड़े हो गया था सपना जब वो टूटा, दूसरे टुकड़ों में अल्लाह की मर्जी का मंजर पाएगा, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, अल्लाह के बंदे, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, जो भी हो कल फिर आएगा, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, अल्लाह के बंदे, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, जो भी हो कल फिर आएगा, अल्लाह के बंदे हंस दे, जो भी हो कल फिर आएगा।